Most people think getting a sports card graded automatically means it's more valuable. That's not true. In fact, there are certain cards that actually lose value the moment you send them in for grading. Cards that collectors should almost never get graded, but people do it every single day, and the grading companies love it. If you're new here, my name is Eric Michael. I've been buying and selling sports cards since 2015, and in this video, I'm going to break down 3 sports cards you should never get graded and why experienced collectors stay away from grading them. And if you want the full checklist of cards that are worth grading, I put a PDF in the description that you can download before you send in your next cards. Let's get into it. Number 1, thick patch cards. So certain cards are thinner, certain cards are thicker. Examples of thicker cards are Dynasty, Flawless, National Treasures. These cards are thicker, and a lot of times they have patches in them. Any card that has a patch is usually just thicker, right, in order to fit the patch. And thicker cards get damaged easier. They are harder to grade because they move around in the case, and the corners get damaged very easy. And because the card is thicker, it gets indents in the surface much easier. Therefore, it is harder to grade. So let me give you an example. I took a 2024 Panini Flawless out of 25 Jalen Brunson autograph. This card's not cheap. It's worth about $3,000 to $3,500 not graded. And you would think that, okay, well, this card might be hard to grade, but if it grades a 10, I'm going to make a ton of money. That's actually not true a lot of the time with thick cards. Not only are they hard to grade, but you don't make a ton of money when they do grade a 10. A PSA 10 of this card I just talked about sold for $6,000 and $5,500. The raw sales on it are $3,300, $3,800, and $3,360. Sure, you can make money, but the question is, how hard is this card to grade? This card is not easy to grade. It has a 25% gem rate. There have been 4 that have been sent in for grading, and only 1 has graded a 10. And if there were 20 of these cards sent in, the gem rate would probably be even lower. 25% is generous. So the juice is not worth the squeeze, or the bang is not worth the buck, right? It's very hard to grade, and these thick cards don't even make you a lot of money, which is crazy. Very, very few of them make you a lot of money if you're graded 10. And I could take that money with that example of that Jalen Brunson card and go off and buy a Prism or Select Jaden Daniels cards with 60 or 70% gem rates and double or triple my money and make a higher profit margin, and their cards are easier to grade. Okay. So therefore, don't grade thick patch cards. It's usually just not worth it. That's number 1. Number 2, I talk about this all the time, and this is called the 2x rule. You want to double your money, and I can never understand why people don't understand this. Don't buy a card for $80 if a PSA 10 is only worth $130. Okay, you buy a card for $80, you're gonna have to spend $25 to get it graded, shipping, fees, etc. You'd be lucky to break even. You only want to buy cards where you could at least double your money after all fees. So if I buy a card for $80 and I'm gonna spend $25 to get it graded, so I'm into it for $105, shipping and all sorts of other crap, maybe another $10, so I'm into it for $115. I want to make sure when I sell that card, I can net at least $230. So I might need the card as a PSA 10 to be worth $250, $260, because I might need to sell it a little bit below comps, or if I sell it on eBay, they're going to take about 12 to 13%. So therefore, you want to double your money after all fees, okay? I cannot stress this enough, because if you do everything right and you get it wrong, you're going to lose money, all right? So 2x rule, you want to double your money. This is number 3. This is a little bit more granular, and this is something that takes years and years to learn of being in sports cards, is don't buy second tier products on their first year. All right, let me explain something. First tier products, Prism, Downtowns, Kabooms, these are premium products. There's other ones that are kind of meh, kind of second tier, like Optic Preview, maybe Select. You don't want to buy these cards on their first year, okay? And let me share my screen and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Because you hear me talk all the time, hey, buy cards in the offseason and, you'll make money if you hold it. That's not always true. Let's take last year, right? Let's take an Optic Preview Jaden Daniels Red Pandora. This was a very, very popular card. Let's look at a PSA 10 of this card. And let's look at the past year. The past year, this time last year, this card is worth $386. By the time the season started, it went down to about to 50. You do not want to send in a card for grading like this, okay? That's going to be worth this here. It's going to be worth less by the time you get it back. And this happens with new cards. So when I say new cards, I'm talking about the new guys that have come out. So right now, while I'm speaking, in the year of 2026, Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders, Tyler Shuck, these guys, a handful of their cards actually go down as the season gets closer because they're new and there's not a lot of them in existence and people get excited for the new ones, so they sell for more. Then as the supply goes up and people open up packs and boxes and more come into existence and more PSA 10s come into existence, it actually goes like this. Okay, so this is just a general principle as well, or a general rule. A lot of guys just in general that are new actually go down a little bit as the season gets closer, but it's give and take because someone like Jackson Dart, even though he's going down slowly, his cards, there's a lot of good cards to buy and grade and flip quickly. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But buying the second tier products, like the example I just showed you of Optic Preview, is a bad idea. Select, bad idea. Mosaic, bad idea. You really need to be fast to make money, because if you get caught buying the card a few weeks after it comes out and you get it a few months later back from PSA, it's probably going to not be worth what you'd want. And then if you get a PSA 10, you break even and you're like, well, I just did everything right and I lost money. So that took me a long time to learn, so don't do that. Hopefully that makes sense. There's a free PDF down below in the description of exactly what I'm talking about. I wish what I just said I knew when I first started. I would have made a lot more money. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cool. Hopefully that helped you guys out. That was a good one, actually. That is not something I knew when I first started. And you should have put out that video 6 months ago. I know we have a lot of videos to put out. I really should have put that video out in like January. That's when I should have put it out. But it's not always true because, like, well, the basketball stuff, right? Like Cooper Flag, his stuff has actually went up, but he's played exceptionally well. But with like the football stuff, right? They're not playing right now, so. But all right, let's let the callers rip. I will. There we go. Call in. No one yet. All right, the queue is. Oh, you lied. You lied. You got Eric. You are live.
Hey, good morning.
What up? What up?
Man, that cold front blew through. I don't know if you guys felt it over there in Florida. We're feeling it here a little in South Texas.
Oh, thank God we did not. We did not. It was a great weekend of weather. It's perfect over here.
Man, you look like you killed it at the car show. That'd be cool if you got some frontal video that we could watch later on of you wheeling and dealing.
Oh yeah, I just kind of do the live stream. Yeah, it was a good card show. It wasn't like crazy, but it was good.
Yeah, it seemed like you had more time just to actually talk and go back and forth a little bit, and not be overwhelmed.
Yeah. I like to be overwhelmed because I go there to film content, so I want me talking to customers as much as possible. But it was good because it was local, so I didn't need to fly on a plane.
Oh, good stuff. I got one question for
you.
So, I loved how you used to show back for MLB and how you would reverse engineer it. I was just wondering how you would do that with football. But you don't have to go through the whole thing. I know you would want the gem rate and so forth and stuff like that. But is it almost the same thing as like you said, go on eBay, PSA 10, stole, and then try to hit a minimum, and then look at the card, and then of course go to the gem rate, and then. But then I liked how you said too. You have your blue chip guys. For them was like Shohei. Back then, of course, Aaron Judge. This was all when they were kind of affordable to get. Bobby Witt, and then for football, how would that be for these guys? I mean, would you get like a Mahomes, like if he had a select gold numbers card for him, or if he had a Josh Allen, a certain amount, same thing. Would you just reverse engineer it?
I don't think I fully understand your question. Reverse engine.
Okay, so if you find your cards to buy and grade right now,
yeah,
how would you go about reverse engineering it?
How would like? So
yes.
Okay, so you're talking about the strategy where I look at 10s first.
Yes, would you do the same thing right now for football as you did back for what you used to do for the MLB? Like you used to type in like 2024 Topps Chrome.
Yeah, that's just like a unique little eBay hack to find more cards. it's really like the cards I decide to buy, it's really in the data, just like who's down right now, and then me just knowing sports, right? Who could gain a lot of hype and excitement. That's just more in the data, but just to show everybody what you're actually referring to. So like if I was trying to look at football and I determine that hey, Caleb Williams is someone I want to buy, what I'll do is I'll type in Caleb Williams PSA 10 2024 to look at his rookie stuff, and I'll go to sold items. I'll go to most recent, and I'll do any items over 150. I'll do like minimum 150, and I'll look at these cards and say, okay, well, which cards seem like they'd be available online? Which cards do you think I could buy? And then I would take it from there. But yeah, I would do that. I wouldn't do it to determine who I want to buy. It's just a little unique eBay hack.
Okay, and then so to make a system and make it easier to follow, you just pick one guy and just hammer down on him, and then just go from there instead of trying to pick three or like two or three, and then just get too confused on going back and forth.
I would just do one guy at a time. Makes it a lot easier, and then also
no homo.
Then also just another just another one. I would try to filter by auctions because auctions are like true sales, so that would help as well.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
All right, cool. Any other questions?
No questions, man. Thank you for everything you do.
Sweet, you're the man.
All right,
bye. All right. The queue is open. Safe. I saw you called at the end of last call Wednesday, or at the end of last show Wednesday, but it was we just ended. It's bad timing. Wow, look at all these good cards. I wonder if something like this, like Green Velocity Optic. I'm curious what the sales in something like this would be. Green. Oh, let's log in. Green Velocity Optic Caleb 2024. Wow, look at this one. See, this is what I was talking about. So this card sells for 165 of PSA 10. They do like $25 to $36. And the gem rate, I have someone calling, but I want to check the gem rate because I'm curious. I wonder how hard they are to grade. 600 graded. Wow. 36% gem rate. Meh. Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
I just want to. My question would be, I just bought a vintage baseball collection that has some pretty awesome cards in it, man.
Okay.
And I was curious if you were to do the same, would you use PSA or SGC to have them graded for vintage baseball?
Vintage baseball cards.
Yes.
Yeah, PSA. It's not really that close. SGC is actually not that bad, but PSA, unless you're in a dire need for money, then SGC. But PSA it's not close. They do better and they're more liquid.
Right, that's what I thought. I know that you get more for your bang for your buck for PSA, but with the amount of cards I have, I mean, I'm going to be sending in probably 60. So the amount of cards I had for the amount that I would save through the other, I think it would kind of maybe balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's SG's? Is the pricing that much different?
It's probably like 10. I think it's about $10 a card different with the new PSA fees.
And then what's the value of like the approximate value?
So say like I got a 56 Frank Robinson that's probably going to come in at like a PSA 8.
Oh, wow.
You know, and I got the mega collection from this guy. It's unbelievable.
Well, let's look. Instead of me guessing, right? Let's just look. So, like Frank Robinson, 1956.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find one. So, are you sure it's 1956?
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, just give me an example of a card so I can kind of point you in the right direction.
Hold on one sec. I'm gonna. I will tell you just 1 second. It is a. I'm sorry. Just bear with me.
No worries.
Sorry, it's a 59. This is a 59 Frank Robinson. I got several, dude, from I got a 53 mantle from this guy. But yeah, this is a 59 Frank Robinson. This is a cool ass card.
Okay. So a 1959 Frank Robinson PSA 8's like $400.
Yep.
And then if it graded an SGC 8, it's kind of weird. The last one had 277, but 408, 305, 240. So it's basically averages out to like $300 as an SGC 8. PSA 8's $400. So I mean, it doesn't take a mathematician to figure out even an extra $20 in grading cost is worth it.
Yep, I got you.
And also, not to mention, they sell faster.
Yep. No, for sure. For sure.
So yeah, PSA is where I'd go. Any other questions?
No, man. That's awesome, man. I love your show. I appreciate it.
Wait, what was your name again?
My name's Johnny.
Johnny? Nice to meet you. I'm Eric.
Yep, freezing up here in Detroit, so.
Well, hopefully I made your day a little better.
Yeah, man. Take care, bro.
All right, Johnny.
Bye.
All right. Oh, Passaic, New Jersey. We got in the house, but that's next. This is Illinois.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
How's it going?
What's up? What's up? Who's calling?
Travis from Illinois. I've called a couple times the last couple weeks.
Cool. What's up, Travis? How can I help?
Just a couple questions. The Cooper flag and con market are pretty crazy right now.
Yeah.
And everything it doesn't seem to be settling, and I don't know when it will. And I think it's just kind of a unique thing where these two guys just keep rising in the market. And I just kind of want to know your thoughts as far as heading into the playoffs and then the off season. Can you kind of foresee them still slowly rising throughout the off season? I'm asking because I'd like to buy some singles and start grading them, and I'm kind of wondering when the best time to do that. Should I just go ahead and start now, or maybe wait for a better opportunity as maybe this season closes?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell the future, so I can't give you any definitive answers. But if it was me, I would just wait till the offseason. These aren't guys. It's not like the offseason is going to happen and they're going to plummet in value. That's definitely not going to happen. But they'll probably be worth slightly less. And also, their cards are relatively newer. So it's like a combination of not only is Flag obviously really good, but his cards are also brand new. Topps just took the license. Now there's Topps Chrome for the first time. It's a combination of a bunch of things. But if it was me, and I'm not going to probably not touch or very little of it, like Cooper Flag and Con Knuppel. I'm probably going to go after other rookies that I see have more upside and going up in value. Like I'll do a little bit of them, but I got to do the research because I'm not up to date on who's doing what. But I would wait till the offseason, give it like a month into the offseason and then buy it if you were hell bent on buying those two guys.
Gotcha. On to my next question to kind of open the door for it. I have been looking at some kind of undervalued rookies, I guess, from the class that are kind of getting looked over.
Yeah.
And their prices are just, astronomically lower than Flags. And I can just see some good potential there. And a couple of guys that I've been looking at are Jeremiah Fears and VJ Edgecombe. I really like those guys. I like Fears' youth, and I just like Edgecombe. I like the way he plays. Are either of those two guys on your radar?
They could possibly be. So what I'm going to do is when the time comes for buying basketball, which probably be in a month, it's not like if the name of the game is to make money, I would take out like who cares how they play or if you think they're going to be good or not good. Like reality is nobody knows, but who is going to have a starting role for the first time or a big role on their team come the next season. So I'm not, VJ Edgecombe is Sixers, right? So yeah. I don't know where he stands. How many is he averaging a game? How many minutes does he play? Do you know?
I mean, he's he's up there. I mean, he's right around, I don't know, 17, 18, 5 and 5, 15, 5 and 5, something like that. I mean, he's got some great numbers. He gets tons of tick. Him and Maxey have a great rapport with each other, and I can just see him. I mean, he gets minutes. He's getting 30 plus every night.
So that could be. Does he start?
Yeah,
he starts. So his value is already high-ish, probably. The guys where like there's tons of upside are really the ones where this upcoming year they would finally have a starting role. Someone who maybe plays 10 to 15 minutes a game and averages like 8 points a game. I don't know. I got to do my research. But VJ Edgecombe is someone I will buy. Like, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'd rather buy VJ Edgecombe cards in the offseason to grade than Cooper Flag, just because I think there's more upside for his value to go up. And he's obviously not a better player, but that's
okay. So I'm not crazy because I've been like, I can't afford all these crazy Cooper Flags, and I've been buying the crap out of VJ Edgecombe and Jeremiah Fears, and I just like the potential there, and I can see their value going up just because of their roles increasing. And I mean, Jeremiah Fears is so young, and I could just see them. He's starting to get more and more playing time, and I don't know. I just got to have some high hopes for those guys.
Yeah. It's a. I'll get back to you in a month. I'll just tell you guys who I'm buying, but. You're on the right track. I would probably just give it to the offseason. Like, Edgecombe's value will probably be worth like 10-20% less in the next month or two.
Gotcha. Do you think that them playing in the playoffs and how far they advance is going to affect that also?
Yeah, it does, but they're probably not going to go too far. So It does if they go on some sort of run, but what rookie goes on a playoff run? Can you even think of one? That doesn't really happen.
No.
So
okay,
yeah.
I appreciate it. Thanks for everything.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Later.
All right, bye. Passaic, New Jersey. We're calling you, Passaic.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Hey, what's up, Eric? It's Chris from Woodland Park, New Jersey.
Chris, I could barely hear you.
It's my name is Chris from Woodland Park, New Jersey.
Yeah, I got that part, but like your voice is like very, very low.
Can you hear me now?
Aha, there you go. So Chris from
where? I had you on my Bluetooth. My bad.
Where in New Jersey? Where in New Jersey you from?
Woodland Park.
Oh, Woodland Park. Okay, I'm originally from Wayne, so that's right there.
Yeah, I called you before. It's been a while. It's been a while now, but I've called you before.
Okay, gotcha. Well, Chris, how can I help?
Hey, man, I have a question. I have a 2024 Select XRC Jalen Milrose out of 10.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice one.
My question to you is, do I hold it into the next season, or should I grade it and just sell it right away? What would be the best scenario?
Grade and sell it right away. I mean, one just sold for $3,500 as a Beckett 9.5. That's pretty crazy for a backup because he's young. People are excited. Maybe he could go somewhere and start, or maybe like he's the Seahawks' next guy after Darnold. But I would grade and sell that right away because that card's expensive. If it gets a PSA 10, it'll probably sell for $5,000. And let's say the card doubles in value next year, right? I'd still rather have $5,000 today than $10,000 in a year because I think I could make more with that $5,000 today. So if it was me, especially because it's already high, like this is not a cheap card, I would sell it.
Gotcha. All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was pretty much it because I just got that card and I got it actually in a big lot that I just bought. And I didn't know if I should just hold it. Yeah, I didn't know if I should hold it because I know he just won the Super Bowl, but I know he wasn't the quarterback. But
yeah, is it in good condition?
Well, I'm actually picking it up in a couple of days. I already spoke to the guy, and I'm picking it up in a couple of days. It is sealed, so there's a good chance.
Yeah, they're all sealed. Yeah, let me know. You could just I actually, if you want to sell it to me, I might be interested in buying it. You can shoot a picture over to this phone, or if you want to grade it, if it's in good condition, grade it.
Gotcha.
I could let you know, but I just you can call into the next podcast, send a picture. I'll tell you what I think you would grade. Those cards are kind of hard to grade, so They're not that easy. They have a lot of surface problems. But yeah, just send a picture when you get it. Let me know, and I'll tell you what I think.
All right, now one more question. Sorry to bother. How much would it be raw, like at the moment, right now, sealed?
Let's see. Probably about two.
I was looking up a couple of sales, and they're hard to find because it is out of 10. But I saw one through Google. It wasn't even through Card Ladder or through eBay. It was like an eBay. It was like a Google search, and I think it sold for like 14. But
14 what?
100.
No, it's worth more than that. I would think low to mid 2000s.
Okay, just how the way it is at the moment.
Yeah, I believe. Who knows? But with the 9.5 doing 3,500, it should be like low to mid 2000s.
Got you. Okay. All right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your help.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. I'll call you as soon as I get it, man.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, just give me just take a clean picture of it before you call in so you can send it to the phone.
Gotcha. I would. Thank you.
All right, cool. Talk to you later.
Have a good day, man.
Bye. All right, Tampa.
Hello?
Hey, you got Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. It's Chad from Tampa.
What's up, Chad? How may I be of help to you?
I guess, are you glad you didn't go to Chicago?
Yeah. I'm always glad I don't travel.
My partner's stuck there. They canceled all the flights yesterday afternoon for snow.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I don't even know that. Well, then I'm really glad I didn't go there.
So, yeah, I had a bunch more. I was crazy busy with the grading stuff this weekend.
Nice.
So, again, it was nice meeting you. And did you see the two Kobe rookie on-card autos that I had to crack for clients this weekend?
I did not.
Oh, my, they're insane.
Wait, was it from like an old lady?
No.
Oh.
These are two of my. I'll try to send them to you right now.
Yeah, it's okay. I was just curious because it's this lady brought me this old 2002 on-card Kobe auto she pulled in like 2002, and I couldn't find any comps. And she wanted to sell it to me for like 10 grand, but I thought it was worth like way less. But I was just curious if it was that card.
No, the first one I cracked it was in a PSA Authentic, and the last sale on it as an Authentic was 7.2K. And the second one for another client I did on Sunday was in a very random MST, never heard of them, grading company, PS8. So he wanted me to crack that and submit that to. He's probably gonna go the Beckett route because So this is what we're discussing. In your opinion,
yeah,
those era cards, like the early 2000s vintage and like the 90s
you
cards.
said era or error? Era. Okay.
So those early 2000s, late 90s cards, the Beckett grades, value-wise, I think they are similar to PSA for those era cards, correct? Or in your opinion?
No, not really. Unless it's a one-off card. I mean, you could just give me a card and I could tell you. But from what I've seen, PSA 10s for vintage, and like in my head, that's considered vintage, have always, even before the pandemic, they were always stronger than Beckett. Beckett used to be stronger with modern cards, but then the pandemic happened and that changed. So PSAs, it's just harder to get a 10 than it is a 9.5.
It's definitely not going to 10.
Well, what's wrong with it?
It's the edges. It's got some chipping. So I sent you a picture of it. It's a 2001, 2002 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection buyback. Kobe Bryant on-card auto to 14.
2000. So the 2001 out of 14. Okay.
2001. Yeah.
Okay. Let me look that up because I'm not all too familiar with that card. Let's see. 2001 it was?
Yeah, 2001 to 02 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection, and it's a buyback card to 14. It's an on-card auto with the. I sent you a picture. The 02 to 14 is also handwritten out on the card.
Yeah, so there's only one sale 3 years ago. It did $1,200 raw.
Yeah.
But I want to. Yeah, it's probably worth like 2 to 3 times that now. But yeah, I would go. I mean, yeah, a card like this. Yeah, so I'd rather have like a Beckett 9 than a PSA 7.5. If the edges are chipped, PSA is gonna crush you. So a card like that, I might go to Beckett.
Yeah, that's what I discussed with him, and he's gonna send the Beckett route, and I think Beckett for grading and authentication is like $75 and like a 3-week turnaround.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But cool, dude. I'm happy the business is going well. Any other questions I could help you with?
No, it's like we might have to do a meeting of the minds sometime soon for forecasting like bigger cards. I'm the momentum. I showed you my strategy this weekend, so I hope you took a little gander and like saw what those cards are doing.
Yeah, bro, you got something good going. So I'm happy for you, man. But yeah, if you ever have any questions or just need help, you know where to call on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
All right, bud.
All right, Chad, you're the man. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right, bye. He basically cleans cards for people and does well. I think he started from listening to me. I'm not sure. I don't want to take credit if it's not mine.
What up, Eric?
You got Eric. You are live.
Randy from Ohio, giving you a call.
Oh, what's up, Rash? Probably have your number saved, but I don't. But what's up, Randy?
No, you're good, brother. All right, man. So let's address this elephant in the room here.
Oh God, I don't even know there was an elephant in the room.
Oh, you didn't see him? He wears purple, with well, I guess he's a tiny elephant. So what do you think of McCarthy's value or what's going to happen? Obviously, we don't know what's
that
happen,
elephant. Let's see.
Yeah, that elephant.
That elephant. Yeah, that's not a good elephant. I actually meant to talk about that, but I forgot. So yeah, McCarthy. So McCarthy's value, from what I see, just my quick little look at a Silver Prism PSA 10. The last one did lower slightly. Actually, when did they sign Kyler? Like a few days ago? Yeah, so the last one did like 10% lower, like a Silver Prism PSA 10. Yeah, like unless he's announced a starter, which probably not, I would imagine. What'd you say?
We probably wouldn't know till August anyways.
Yeah, we wouldn't know till August, but I would assume he's probably not the starter. Maybe. I really don't know. But even so, it's a good learning lesson. Even McCarthy, they signed a Kyler Murray, which is obviously not good for his value.
Right.
If you bought him, okay, you could sell it now. You'll lose 10%, 15%, maybe 20%. But it's about diversifying, right? So all the other guys look like they're hitting, except for McCarthy. That's okay. You lose 15% on McCarthy, but if you bought Penix 2 months ago, you would have almost doubled your money. So it's that's just part of the game. You buy when they're really cheap, and most of the time, good things happen in the off season. But sometimes things like that happen, and that's just part of the game, man. That's why you diversify. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm not pissed by it. I think I feel like he can get traded and start on another team, or Tyler's going to get hurt at some point.
You know what would skyrocket his value, but this probably won't happen, is if Aaron Rodgers retires, which probably not going to happen. Then they trade him to the Steelers and he starts for the Steelers. That would skyrocket his value. But I really don't know. He's like a wild card. If I was the Vikings, I'd probably let him rip for 2 or 3 games and see, because he kind of came on at the end of last year. But then I heard a report that, I don't know if this is true. I think a friend told me this, that Kyler Murray would hold out if he wasn't the starter.
What?
Is that could be just so wrong, and the friend that told me that is unreliable. But but I don't know. But it kind of makes sense knowing Kyler Murray, but I have no idea.
Yeah, that whole situation's interesting. But yeah, I figured I'd ask about that. And then my second question would be,
let's talk about our other boy who's actually starting and is definitely going to play is Malik Willis. Like,
oh yeah,
his value hasn't really gone up the way that it necessarily should, but obviously it's only March. But I guess, how do you compare him? Obviously, I've seen a lot of your videos, and you kind of go back to guys from a couple years ago, but his situation is just different because he hasn't just sat with the Dolphins for 2 years and has played. He's kind of bounced around the league, so it's just a little bit different because, like, in Orange Prism, for example, Jaden Daniels, out of 35 or 60, whatever the number is, goes for bonkers money, while Malik Willis's is like $300.
yeah. You can't really compare them. So Malik Willis's value from the cards I have, they are so like. Yeah, I bought another Malik Willis this weekend, so I could speak to this card. I actually bought this exact card. So, this card, a Malik Willis Contenders auto PSA 10. Where is this card? Where is this card that I purchased? Yeah. So this card I bought for someone just had it labeled for $300. I was like, well, the last one did 400. I'll buy it. And so you can see all of them have gone up over the course of the past few months, and it's gone up a little bit since he's gotten signed. But when he gets signed, that's not going to increase his value because everybody knows that he is going to get signed by a team. It's like it's the same concept as buying someone before they win Rookie of the Year. Well, everybody knows he's going to win Rookie of the Year. So, but this will require like a little bit of time. Like if you got in, in January, I mean, shit, by these numbers, you're up a lot of money. If you got in January, early February, like I could tell you on my stuff, I'm up 40, 50%. But if you bought it like a week or two before the signing, probably not going to make a ton because kind of what happened was his value went up when he played good. The offseason happened. It was still like where it was when he played. And then people realized the season's ending. He's going to be a free agent. Free agency's around the corner. And boom, boom, boom. It's going up and up. It's up and it's up. He gets signed and it goes up a little bit more. So like all those little things I just said increased his value a little bit.
Right.
And like, if you bought it 2 weeks ago, that means you're up a little bit. But in order for you to be up a lot of bit, if you bought it a few weeks ago, Malik Willis, you'll need to wait until like, reports come out. He looks really good. He looks jacked or whatever the hell reports are going to come out. So, but it will go up. Like you're already in the green if you did buy it a few weeks ago. So.
Yeah, I kind of have a mix. Just I bought a huge lot a couple weeks ago, but I feel like I got a really good deal. Like his downtowns is a part of that group, so if that gems that would pay for it for itself. So we'll see. But yeah, and then I guess my last question is, what do you think about the top? Obviously, Top's getting the license back.
Yeah,
is it good to buy the top stuff from like prior years? Like I see some cheap Jaden Daniels like top stuff, and I feel like, hey, since they're getting the license back, it'll be good. But just want to
it has nothing to do with anything. If you just like you should be buying Jaden Daniels like Topps Chrome cards. Either A, if it's like 85-90% to hold it, because those are not bad cards to hold if they're already graded, or B, if you get at least 2 extra money and the gem rate makes sense, etc., getting it graded. Just I actually can't. I don't really understand why people. It's a very, very common question people ask me. What you just asked me, like, hey, like Panini's losing the license. Does this mean downtown cards are going to go to shit, or old Topps cards going to go up? No, it just has nothing. I could almost guarantee. Just has no effect.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate your help and your insight.
All right, Randy. You're the man.
All right. See you later, brother.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. That was Randy. And this is... Why don't we start being productive here? And just saving a few numbers of people that call in. And then we have here, that was Randy, and this is Tennessee, I think. Oh, Tennessee, you're calling. There we go. Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Oh, can you hear me?
I could hear you.
Perfect. So I actually have another Malik Willis question.
Yeah, go for it. What's your name?
My name is Brady. My bad, Brady.
Brady. I know, Brady, you're excited to ask me this Malik question.
Oh, yeah.
But go for it.
We're on a Malik. So we're a big Titans fan, so we actually have a lot of Treylon Burks and Will Levis, so we won't talk about that, but we do have Malik Willis right now. Right now we have a Malik Willis flawless auto out of 5.
Okay.
A Panini flawless gold out of 20. And then 3 Panini ones, 1 out of 49 and 1 out of 75. They're all rookie.
Yep.
Our thing is we want to grade one of those. We want to maybe sell right now because, I mean, we're not the biggest Dolphins or Packers fans. Like, Willis was cool, but right now we're on kind of Cam Ward. Which one out of those would you say to grade to maybe keep long-term, or maybe just to grade to say we have one really good graded?
So to keep long-term. So it was a flawless
just
auto.
In case. Flawless auto out of 5.
And then what was the other one?
Flawless gold out of 20.
And then what was the other one?
The other 3, they're Panini ones. 2 of them are out of 49, and 1's out of 75.
So I would, if you just wanted to keep one for long term, I would the flawless auto out of 5. But is it?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that sounds like the one you'd want to keep. The flawless is much better than Panini one. So
I'm just scared about the grading for that one. Well, I mean, obviously it looks great, but
yeah, that card I may not get graded. So thick cards like that are very, very hard to grade. It's probably going to come back an 8 or a 9, which is kind of a waste of your money. So holding it is one thing, but I probably wouldn't get it graded. It would just be a waste of your time and money.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I just had that basic old question. We bought in Malik Willis when he just got traded to the Packers, and we got all this stuff, and we're like, dang, this is a bad hold. Then he actually looked really good.
Yeah, that's a great buy. You're up tons of money.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we also did it with Will Levis, so hopefully he gets traded in a couple of years. So
yeah, he's still on the Titans, right?
Yeah, he's still on the Titans.
I mean. Yeah, I could. It'd be interesting. We don't really know how good Cam Ward is because his team kind of stunk last year. So, but he could easily get benched for Levis. So,
yeah, that's where I think. I don't think they really made great upgrades at receiver. I thought that was their problem at first. They just didn't have any receivers, and then I don't think Wan'Dale Robinson's going to be.
Nah, that's not the answer. He's solid, but is Calvin Ridley still there?
Yeah, they restructured his contract, but he just gets hurt. Like, he'll have a great game, and then you'll see he tore his hamstring, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, the Titans, I know they upgraded their defense a lot, right? They got a few pieces on the defense.
Yeah, they got Robert Saleh, and if there's one thing he can do is coach defense. But they also got Dayball at OC, so I don't know about that one either.
That might matter more than getting good receivers. That is pretty solid. But just as a heads up, the Cam Ward stuff that you're buying, a lot of the new stuff actually goes down in value a little bit as the season gets closer. So it'd actually be a lot of the stuff you could actually probably get cheaper in a few months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's new, and as more of it comes into the market, it goes down in value. So just as a heads up, like downtown, if you're gonna buy a downtown PSA 10, I bet you my ass it'll be cheaper in 3 months than it is today.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Hopefully that saves you a few bucks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. It was an honor being on the show.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for calling in. Good luck.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Uh-oh, one of our favorites. Oh, there you are. What's up, Safe?
What's going on?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Happy Monday. Hopefully you're going to have a great week.
Yeah, it's starting off well. USA won yesterday. Stayed up late watching that game. That was a good one. That was a BS call at the end, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean the only pitcher who could have stood in front of the Dominican Republic lineup would be Paul Skeets.
Yeah.
I mean that lineup was stacked, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that lineup is stacked like crazy.
I know. Like, I looked at it, I was like, ooh. I was afraid of contact, and he got 5 hits because I thought that they're gonna make a lot of contact and stuff like that, which they did. Roman Anthony was busy in the left field.
Yeah, Roman Anthony had that had a memorable homer.
Yep. So I have 4 things that I want to talk to you, and if it's too if the queue's too big, you know, like you can let me know that there's people waiting. Okay.
Go for it.
One is I want to know how you think of making money through a trade that you are either graded and made money out of it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, for example, like you have 3 cards. You are in a draw for $100. After all fees, everything, let's say it's $200, right?
Okay.
Now you have 200 in like 3 cards. Okay?
Yeah.
But they worth market value 500. Let's say that.
All right.
Okay? So you're going to go and approach somebody for a trade, or specifically a trade, because I don't like cash back. I like trades back. If you want to do a trade, would you be more flexible in the market value? Because I think this is one of the things that kind of holding me back from doing a lot of transactions is that, listen, they worth 500. So someone tells me, oh, well, I came up with like 420. And I'll be like, that's tough. Would you be more flexible, specifically, kind of like factoring opportunity costs and stuff like that, to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to be at 85% or at an 80% from value point, because they're gonna already discount some of that for the dealer to make money, because the dealer needs to make money as well.
No, I would not for the most part. So I only trade if it's in my advantage, and I will value things like they value it. If they're at 100% comps, I'll be at 100% comps. But the only reasons I ever trade is into more liquidity. So if something's more liquid, or the way I really like to trade is trading into the next thing I'm going to buy. So instead of having Jaden Daniels in 3 months and then selling it for cash, I'd rather just trade it into maybe someone like Cooper Flag instead of, because I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't have to get the cash and go find a card. I can just relay it right into the next cycle of buying I'm going to do. I don't just trade the trade. So, but no, I just value it how they value it. Unless like maybe I would discount my stuff a little bit if I was getting more liquid stuff or stuff that I knew was going to go up in value more than the discount I'm getting, if that makes sense. But that's how I trade, and that's how I look at it.
Remember, you are the opponent from my end. Like, you are, like, I'm the person who's approaching you.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Because you are the dealer.
Yep.
So yeah, like you're gonna do it for your advantage. So like I'm making money. I'm doubling, for example, my money already.
Yeah.
But and of course, I'm getting into something that's I either hope that's gonna go up or something more liquid, or consolidate my stuff into like 1 card or like 1 gold or whatever.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean? So would you be so I know that usually the answer is depends. But would you like if you are in it and you're already doubling your money or making a little bit more, would you have a little bit more wiggle room to get into the next best thing that you feel like it is?
Yeah. If it was one of the 2 things I just said, if the cards were more liquid, or if it was something I was trying to get into, like the next cards I was trading, like the cards I was trading into.
Yeah, that's excellent. So that's kind of like one of the things that I wanted to talk to you. The other thing, would you think investing into the 1982 Series 1 or Series A wrestling? Do you know that set?
I know what it is, but
yes,
it
was offered to me the full set. It has Ric Flair and it has the Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan, stuff like that.
Only if I was getting a good deal. It's not something like, who knows? I can't tell you where it'll be worth in 5 years, if up, down, left, right. But I could tell you like a 52 Mantle or a 33 Gaudy Ruth will probably be worth more. So I don't invest in that stuff long term unless I'm getting a good deal. Then okay, I'll take a shot because I'm already into it for 10 to 20% less than it's worth. But that's the only way. But in reality, like, who knows? If you told me, right, I don't know, like,
I think the biggest one is Ric Flair from that because it's his rookie.
Yeah, that I might invest into, but you never know, right? Because the wrestling stuff is up in the past year. But if I told you that, F1 in the beginning of the pandemic, like 2021, 2022, 2020, was worth tons of money. It looked like a great investment, and it's not worth nearly that now. So you don't know. I just for long-term investing, I like to buy what's tried and true. So
maybe a quick flip.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick flip. I mean, he doesn't mind breaking the set, so like for the right price. So I might kind of pick up the bigger names and get them for hopefully a good deal and try to grade them or try to do something because it's a nice meet. Yeah, I know. Do you remember that Paul Skeens out of 5? The ball used auto rookie.
Yes, you showed it to me.
I traded it for $4,000 in value.
What were you into it again for?
I got it from Topps Now.
Oh wow!
I got in a $50 5 cards, Topps Now purchase.
That's insane.
That's what I got in return. I got Jaden Daniels out of 16. The thick card out of 16 from Absolute. And I've got a Brady Moment rookie, the paper, TSA 9. And I got a Jackson Dart out of 350 Phoenix. And I got a PSA 10.
Is it gradable?
The Jackson Dart, sent already. I
so it is gradable.
Yes, the Absolute Jaden Daniels is a really thick card, and I don't think it's gonna do well. Following your advice earlier this morning, so I don't think I'm gonna grade that one. But I think this one's gonna do well in August or something like this. And I instantly traded away. Also, I had a Drake May to 199 PSA 10 rookie. I traded it away for another Brady rookie. So it was a very fruitful. Very fruitful weekend. I got like 3 Brady rookies.
Yeah, well, sounds like you had a good weekend.
Yep,
pretty solid.
Made well. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna just let you go, and I appreciate your insight for that. The attitude of how to make money.
Sounds good, Safe. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, bye. All right, the queue is built up. You guys love to do it towards the end of the show. Love to do it.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Well, I got on. Eric, what's going on?
What's
My
up?
name is Ralph DePiro.
What's up, man? What's your name again?
Ralph DePiro.
Ralph DePiro. You sound like you're from New Jersey.
I am.
And that name sounds like from New Jersey as well. So
I wanted to call in.
Yeah.
I hopped in on your Instagram live, and just wanted to say I'm glad to be part of the program, MLP.
Thank you, sir.
Wanted to ask you a question, and I know this is kind of pretty broad,
Yep.
but as far as with all the information that you guys provide, and it's amazing. I wanted to know, what is your easy 3-step process to getting a card? I guess wanting to send it in. There's just so much that I'm learning, and I'm just trying to simplify it in the easiest way.
Yeah. So, are you asking me what's this easiest 3 steps?
What's your breakdown of your 3 steps? Correct. When you're looking for a card to essentially send in the grade, to then to get you your best bang for your buck.
So just strictly looking at cards.
Correct.
So step number one, is it the right time to buy the player? So, I would not buy Ohtani right now. I would not buy Roman Anthony right now because the baseball season is about to start. And you've heard me say this ad nauseum, I'm sure. Timing the market. So that's number one. Check. Number two, so now you have what to search for. So let's say Caleb Williams. You search for Caleb Williams. That's not a bad guy to buy right now. And you want to be buying the right types of products. So a good type of product to buy would be Select right now. It's a gradable product. It is, it gems well. It sells very well. And then when I'm looking at Select cards, a few things I'm looking for are, one, does the seller have other graded cards or not? If all his cards are graded and there's only one raw one, what does that tell you? Probably no good, right? He probably grades cards. That's number one. Number two, I'm looking for a gem rate of 40% plus. Number three, can I 2x my money? That's really the numbers of it. That's really the big numbers. 40% plus gem rate for newer guys. Like I assume like you're newer-ish to the program.
Yes.
Once you get fancy, you could start taking on big risks and trying to gem cards at 10% gem rates and making a lot of money. I don't suggest that in the beginning because you've heard me say that, right? You want to make the easiest money in the beginning because I'm sure, your wife, your aunt, your girlfriend, whoever thinks you're an idiot for spending money on a program to learn how to make money with cards, right? So let's prove them wrong first. So those are the two big numbers. So I guess like if I had to put it in 3 steps, timing, gem rate, 2x my money. Those are like the big ones to look at. But there's so many like sub things beneath that. Like how does the card actually look? The price you're getting it at. Those are a bunch of other things. But those are the big 3.
Yeah, awesome, man. Look, I'm excited to get started. I'm only about 2 weeks in, but yeah, it's cool. I got to speak to the Eric Michael, so this is cool. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
All right, bye. All right. We have a lot of callers. Do I decide to eat lunch? That is the burning question. My girlfriend meal preps for me, so she'd be pissed if I did not eat lunch. She spent a lot of time yesterday. We'll do one more. One more call, then I got to cut it. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had more time, but I do not, unfortunately.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Okay. So I had a question about when you buy them and when you sell the card.
Yeah, go for it.
So how do you know when the card, when you sell them, how do you sell, when?
Like, when do you sell?
No, like when you sell, like when, how do you like when, how, like when, what?
I don't exactly know what that means.
It's just basically, it's like when you win, you what? Basically, yeah, kind of something like that.
Well, you have to go. Okay, so you know who's on first?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't think there's any games going on right now.
Okay, so like who's on first and what's on second?
I don't know, I'm not paying attention. I was just wondering about when the cards, when you buy them, then you sell them, the when, you how, and all that, making sure you don't get scammed.
That's a good way to end it. Oh man, that's funny. Was that a hater? Was that like the first hater that called in? Maybe that'd be good. Oh, that's funny. I wish I knew more of the skit of who's on first and what's on second. Right? Like who's on first? No, what's on second? I know what the hell's right. I don't know what just happened. That was funny. But all right, guys, I gotta give it a wrap. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and call in. Tomorrow we'll be live again at 10 a.m. Like, comment, subscribe, and